Edgar Allan Poe, 1809 to 1849, was one of the most important American writers of the 19th century. Born in Boston, he became a prolific writer of the macabre and is often called the father of the detective story. Poe also transformed the horror genre, dabbled in science fiction, although he did not invent science fiction, regardless of what the book argues. Created a few hoaxes, including the balloon hoax, and wrote a variety of sonnets and other poems notable for their dark Gothic aesthetic. The Haven is his most famous poem. It's a narrative poem by the American writer. First published in January 1845, the poem is often noted for its musicality, stylized language, and supernatural atmosphere. The poem makes use of folk, mythological, religious, and classical references. Even not having all recognition of his working life, Edgar Allan Poe is considered today one of the greatest and most influential names in the world literature.
The series The Simpsons, made in 1990, a parody of the poem The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. In fact, this parody is inside the episodes that features a trilogy of scary stories, namely The Bad Dreams House, Hungry Are the Damned, and The Raven, to celebrate the Halloween party. The well-known series updates the poem The Haven from January 29, 1845 to the current reality. The poem's feeling of melancholy and sadness are conveyed by the parody through the comic. However, even so, it does not detract from the poem's horrifying message. The episodes, everything is narrated in 5 minutes and 13 seconds. Of the 18 stanzas present in Poe poem, all 10 were transposed to animation. That is, from the first to the 14th, skipping the 15th, the 16th, 17th, and 18th stanzas were also presented, aiding the animation with the narrative of the 14th, 17th, and 18th stanzas. In the animation, the opening puts the viewer in touch with the dramatic context of the story, first showing through a quick freeze of the scene the character of Bart as if he were hanging himself and emitting strange grunts, probably to foreshadow the atmosphere of the chaos. However, Holmes, this main character, who is set on a cold and lonely December night, contemplating the portrait of his beloved. Once the animation has started, Holmes' psychic state changes according to the declamation of the poem's lines, and the heaven entering the scene with the sinister repetition of the word nevermore. And these expressions serve as an answer to all Romans, and the Roman will embody to the end of the animation the message of the sinister verse of the raven.
The poem was made up of 18 stanzas of 6 lines each. Generally, the meter is trochaic octameter, like this example below. Edgar Allan Poe claimed the poem was a combination of octameter cataleptic, heptameter cataleptic, and tetrameter cataleptic. The rhyme scheme is A B C B B B, or A A B C C C B B B, when account for internal rhyme. In every stanza, the B lines rhyme with the word nevermore and are catalectic, placing extra emphasis on their final syllable.
Translation into Portuguese, Machado de Assis and Fernando Pessoa. The first to translate the poem The Raven into Portuguese was the Brazilian writer Machado de Assis in 1883 in Rio de Janeiro. The author from Rio de Janeiro translated it from a French version, probably by Baudelaire. The translation of O Corvo by the greatest writer in Brazilian literature is available for reading in full. Fernando Pessoa also translated Poe's poem, but only in 1924 in Lisbon, in the magazine Athena. The writer's aim was to preserve as much of the rhythmic and musicality components present in the English original as possible.